Hey, what's up, Ron? This is a quick demo video for you for your Roman props Graflex replica that was expertly put into an ANH configuration by Ryan over at RPK Customs. This is installed with a Proffie. It is a one-button setup, so everything happens from this top red switch right here, right? Your power, your auxiliary. I'll go through all that with you. You have a glass eye. I did have to do a little bit of modifications because I take the actual bulb replica piece that's in here. I take that out. I used a blade holder from the Graflex shop. It fits in here very nice. All right, but I had to take your glass eye, shave that down a little bit so it fits in there nice and flush, and I also got rid of the spring that sits behind the glass eye, and I went ahead and I glued that glass eye in. All right, there was no room for the spring on this blade holder. Blade holder is obviously to hold a blade, but to make this a type of replica that you can actually install. So you've got a Carl Chen V4 Neopixel connector in there. We'll light that up here in a second. How to get to your chassis is first you want to take this clamp and flip it up. A lot of modifications that Ryan did. So he did all of your grip work. I watched him do the machining on this very small, accurate piece right here, right on top. That small piece right there. And everything. I mean, everything is nicely weathered. It's not weathered too much like the pins. It looks very good. All right, but you'll see that closer when you get it in person. But for now, just flip up your clamp. Take your middle clamp and your handle. We're going to move it as one piece. All right, we're going to push it forward and turn it counterclockwise and pull it out. The clamp can come off of this handle. If we wanted to take the handle off, you could, but it's best to take this off in one piece and just let it ride like that. For sound venting, Ryan came through and he drilled out your rivet holes right here. So both of these rivet holes have holes all the way through, so it sounds pretty good. All right, the Graflex is known for not being the very best sounding saber on the market. So I mean, you give up a little bit of sound, but you gain the accuracy, and from what I understand, that was the most important to you. So that's what you've got. All right, but when you take your handle off, this is your chassis. You got your Proffie board right here, access to your SD card and your micro USB in case you ever want to do anything there. Right in front of the board over here is a kill switch. All right, you have a removable battery setup, and I'll send the battery with this. And then you have a fully enclosed 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. So you're getting the best sound quality you can get out of this speaker, especially when you fully enclose it like this. All right, let's throw a battery in. Remember, please, there's a spring in here. So spring side means that is the negative side of your battery. All right, so we'll throw it in, clamp it down, and come over here and flip our kill switch.
Got him! I got him!
All right, so now we'll go ahead and slide this back on. Line up that control box where it's supposed to be, and then when it's right where it's supposed to be, take this clamp and push it down. All right, got your sound fonts on here. Let me know if you like these sound fonts. These are the ones that I felt went with the Saber. If you do, I will tell you how much that they are. We'll take that money, we'll pass it on to the font makers, which in this case would be, I think, both Kyberphonic and K-Sith. I have to double check on that. One is an ANH sound font, Luke sound font, and the other one is the Father V2. But the Father V2 has several different iterations. I took the one from the New Hope, and I put that on here. So you have a light side and a dark side font. All right. And when we get that battery in, we can hit the power. And you got your blue blade for the Graflex. Good smooth swing. You got some good shine through in your glass eye there. I made sure that you had that. Auxiliary is just tapping. And then you can also twist this off. So I also made you a Neopixel blade to go with the Saber. So I'm going to put it in here. One thing I would recommend, I typically recommend to people who buy these replicas, this screw right here, if I can focus on it, this flathead screw right here. All right, what I would do is I would take that out. I would buy a replacement for that is just a couple millimeters longer, And then you could use that for blade retention because nothing else on here is used for blade retention. For now, even when this is locked all the way in, it's not sticking into the blade socket. So depending on how hard you want to swing this, you're going to want to change that out. And be careful when you do, because that screw right there is what's holding the blade holder in place. All right, so take it out gently, replace it, put it right back in, you'll be good to go. But for now, we're not going to swing this around very tough. We're just going to pinch the bunny ears, throw it in the blade socket. All right, and turn it on. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping on the switch. If you want blade lock up, you're going to have to do a double tap on the switch, but on the second tap, hold it down. And we'll turn it off. To play your soundtrack, because each font has a soundtrack, do a double tap on the switch when the blade is off. And then do another double tap to turn it off. And then to go to the next sound font, what we'll want to do is do a long press on the switch. And because this one is Vader, I made the blade red. A red blade is a little bit easier to see your blaster bolt deflex. And also your blade lock up. Hopefully that's picking up. This is your soundtrack for this font. And then another double tap to turn it off. All right, so we've got those two fonts on there. Let me know if you like those, and like I said, we will square up to make sure these guys get paid for them. But when you're done, take your blade out. For now, obviously, it just comes out because of that blade retention screw. Also, come over here, and we'll take our handle back off. We'll turn this on so I can show you that the kill switch works. Flip it off right here, and it kills power. All right. You can leave your battery in there until you have to charge it eventually. So when you do want to take it out, come over here from the positive side by your speaker and pop it out with your finger. All right. But that is your A&H Graflex from Roman Props and from Ryan over at RPK Customs. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get this and the blade out to you tomorrow. Thanks.